All three of my kids, as well as myself and my wife, were shocked to learn about this new policy that was apparently established and communicated without any notice or involvement to or with the parents. Pine-Richland does a great job of communicating news, events, activities via email on a very routine basis. In fact, as of this morning, I counted almost 300 emails in just the past 12 months, covering a wide range of items, anything from report card availability to grant opportunities, talent show results, updates to commercial advertising guidelines on school property, and many other changes to policies and guidelines. As a parent, I truly appreciate the efforts you all go through to keep us informed of what's going on, especially in these locations that, quite frankly, will represent where our kids will spend the majority of their adolescent lives. However, I heard nothing of this new policy, and it is a new policy that is not covered anywhere in writing, no matter how you try and spin it. Until the one day when one of my kids come home talking about a rumor that their school was going to force them to shower, change, and use restrooms with individuals of the opposite biological sex. I find it alarming and inconsiderate that the school system would implement and communicate something of this level to the students as if it were the policy all along, and not include the parents in this matter until later. We were all raised with the understanding that the signs on those doors to the restrooms and other facilities imply that there is a certain level of trust and privacy every time we use them, anywhere we're at. That when we go into them, that members of the opposite biological sex will not be present. Is that no longer the case at Pine-Richland? And are those signs no longer valid? The same logic and expectation is there when our kids are on school-sponsored trips that involve hotels for overnight stays. I do not believe that students should be sharing hotel rooms with members of the opposite biological sex. However, how is the scenario any different than the locker room? I agree that all students, absolutely 100%, are entitled to the same rights to privacy and dignity. However, I do not believe that it should be done by infringing upon the rights of anyone else. I'm proud to be a parent of the students at Pine-Richland that are our kids, but the trust between this school system and the students and a lot of other parents has absolutely been damaged. Fortunately, this can be easily mitigated, and I too think that this can be rectified by immediate correction and clarification of the current and understood rules, and then by establishment of formal policy that is created with the parents of your students. A policy that reestablishes the expectations for privacy that we recently held until 10 days ago, as well as accommodations for any other students within the school district. No one should be discriminated against, not a single student. Everyone should have the same accommodations and expectation of privacy and respect. No doubt about it, none whatsoever. That's not the issue here. But in the meantime, we would like to see things reversed and put back to where they were prior to 10 days ago when we got this out of the blue. Dr. Miller, you acknowledged that this was not communicated, and you took, accountability for that, that we didn't know. Appreciate that. So in the meantime, if we can go back for this several weeks until we have that discussion and decisions are made and a formal policy is adopted and put in place, that would be great, because I, in the meantime, don't want to have this uncertainty that my daughter is getting dressed, showered, or whatever, and a male figure goes into that facility. If you can guarantee me that that's not going to happen, I'm good. But I don't think that you can. I don't think that anyone can. And that absolutely makes me shake, the idea that my 14-year-old daughter could be doing that and an 18-year-old male figure walk into that locker room or whatever it might be because of a poorly executed communication, without our input.